Hello, it's Jim Games here once again and welcome to this new Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. In this video we're going to continue with the objective system. So, it will say new objective, after that it will smoothly write the objective, and when we already have an objective it will smoothly delete the old one and then flash new objective a few times and then write the new one. I will show you. New objective. And subscribe. That's the new objective. So yeah, let's get started. So what we want to do first, we want to go to the HUD folder and to the W player HUD. And here, let's go to the graph. And now I think we're adding so much code that let's actually create a new graph. Let's call this objective graph. Okay? And now we have to create two macros. First macro will be called write text smoothly. Okay? And here, let's actually move the output further here. Let's click on the input. First, we want to add 3 pins. First one will be type exec. Let's also call it text execute. Oh, I cannot write today. Exec, like this. And the second one will be type string, and it will be called full text. And the third one will be called text write speed. Okay, and the text write speed will be float, I think. Okay, now let's compile, save, and let's actually click on this text write speed and let's set the default value to 1. Okay. And now what we want to do, we want to first get from the text write speed and we want to promote it to a variable and connect from the execute. Now let's click on the text write speed and let's create a category for it. And it will be called text write. Now when we compile, we already should have this default value as 1 because we promoted it from here. Now from the full text, let's also, why did I do it this way? I could actually, let's move this a little bit further and promote this also to a variable and connect here. Here, let's add reroutes here and here. I think it's better now. Okay, I don't know why I did it other way around. But yeah, now our full text, we want to also move to the text write category. Now, what we want to do is, let's move this even further, and let's create a delay node. If you cannot create this, you are on functions, you should be on macros. Now, what we want to do is we want to get a divide node from here, like this. And here, up here, let's set 0.05. That will be our default speed. Now let's get our text write speed here. You can also just get it straight from here, but yeah, let's do it this way. Now let's align these, selecting Q. So now we are multiplying the 0.05 by our text write speed. So as 1, it will be this speed, or sorry, the duration basically. If we set it to 2, it will be half of this. Okay. And next thing is, let's move this even more. We want to duplicate this full text variable and let's call this display text. Now we want to set this display text after the delay has completed, like this. And now from the display text, we want to get string. Let's actually get it maybe under here. Yeah. Okay. Now the source string will be, of course, the full text. Let's connect it to here and let's add a reroute like this. So we're getting from our full text, then we're getting from start index 0. So we're basically getting the, and to the length, we have to get our display text, which at the start will be empty. And from here, we want to get the length, which is the how many characters are in this text. And from here, we want to add 1 and connect here. So we're basically getting our full text as source, starting from the start and getting the length of this. So if it's 0, we're adding 1 to it and setting it to this. And next time it will already have 1, so it will always add 1 to there. Okay? And how can we actually use this? So now we're setting it to be basically the first letter. After that, we want to check if this is equal case-sensitive string. So 2 of these equal letters, or I don't know how to call them. And now we want to compare these to the full text, like this. And let's add a branch. So B and left click, connect, get from here and connect to here. Okay. So if our display text is, if it is the same as full text, then we have done this whole loop basically. If it's not, then we have to add letters to it. If it's true, let's actually create one more variable. This will be called full text done, and it will be type Boolean. Let's move it to the text right. And here on the true, let's set it to true. On the false, let's copy it, Control C, Control V, and let's set it to false, of course, like this. And after that, what we want to do, from the true, we can just connect to the output. So let's actually add an output. So it will be, let's call it just output, and let's change the type to execute. So when the full text is done, we want to connect here. Let's actually get this a little bit closer, like this. And when it's not done, let's add sequence and connect here and connect 10, 0 to here, also to the output, because after the output, we will, on the function or event where we use this or call this, we will set the text by this display text variable. This way we can use the same macro for any text, so it's not like locked to one text. Like we can use it later on when we add like subtitles or whatever. We can use the same macro for it. Okay, so this also goes to the output. What I was trying to say was there we will check with these variables if it's done or not on outside of this macro basically. Okay, and from the 10.1, when we have put it to here, we want to get from this and we want to go back to the delay. Then let's double click on this like this, also here, and let's make it look a little bit better, maybe like this. Okay, so yeah, we're waiting this time. We're getting the next letter basically and setting it to here. Then we're checking if it's full. If it's not, we will set the full text done to false. We will output that thing, because on the event we will basically just set the text to some specific text thing here. Okay, and then we will do this again, add one letter, do the same thing, and when it's same as full text, we will say full text done, and we will end this event macro basically. Okay, now compile, let's save all. So the next thing that we have to do is, let's duplicate this write text smoothly, and let's call this delete text smoothly. Okay, and here we can just delete this full text thing. Oh, why did I do it like that? We can just delete this full text input because it shouldn't matter, because it will delete the text that we already have. Then let's delete this, like this. Let's get this. Actually, let's also delete this. And let's click on this text write speed and let's change this variable name, input name to text delete speed. And also I think I want to change it to be a little bit faster. So text delete speed, let's make it like 3 as default. Okay. Now we want to promote this also to a variable, so it's different variable. Basically, you can use the same, but let's do other one because it doesn't matter. Let's move this under here, and I actually want to move it under the text write speed like this, and yeah, now it looks better. So here, what we can do, we can now, let's also delete this one, and now let's get this whole thing closer. Okay. Like that. Connect to here, delete this, and connect this to here. So we're setting the text delete speed, or basically getting it, setting it, and playing the delay with that speed. And here we want to get from this display text, and we want to left chop. We want to call this. What this does, it basically deletes one letter from the end. So source string, we want to get our display text, of course. Let's get it here, connect to here. Let's actually align it. And count, we can just set it to be 1. So it will delete 1 from our display text. Okay, and here we don't want to check if it's equal to full text. We want to delete this. And we want to just check if it's equal to empty. And if it is, we will do the same thing. So let's move this a little. Actually, it can be there. So yeah, we're playing the delay by the text delete speed. We're removing one letter from the text and setting it, checking if it's empty. When it's empty, full text done. When it's not empty, full text not done. And the same thing here, basically. Save. I compile, save all. Now we can go to the objective graph. And here on the objective graph, I will find the starting point, this nice black corner here, and I will create custom event. And this first custom event will be called new. Oh, actually, here on the event graph, we already have this new objective thing. We can delete this old one. We will create completely new one. Okay, compile. Let's go back to the objective graph. So new underscore objective. If you call it exactly like it was before, then it will work the way it was before, basically when you call it from another actor. So yeah, if you type it incorrectly or not the same way, then you will have to fix the references, basically. I will show you later. Now let's add that one input, which will be called new objective, and it will be why did it not work? New objective. What? New objective. I will put it like this. New objective. Objective and space. It can be like that now. Now let's change the variable type to text. And now we want to get our full text and we want to set it here. And yeah, I know this is string and this is text. Now we have to change it, basically. Okay. And after that, what we want to do, we want to get our objective text. And we want to get text under the content like this. And we want to check if it's equal case sensitive, like this, equal exactly. And from here we want to format text. So what we are doing, we're checking if it's equal to empty, so we don't have any objective. Okay, let's add branch. So bn left click, you should already know that. And the next thing, what we want to do is we want to go down here. Yep, and let's create another custom event. This will be called delete old objective. Okay, and a little bit down here maybe. Let's create one more custom event, and this one will be called write new objective. Okay, and we don't need any inputs here. Now let's go up here, and if it's empty, we can just call the write new objective. But if we already have an objective, then we have to call the delete old objective. Okay, simple as that. Compile, save, actually let's save all. Now, here to the delete old objective, what we have to do here, we have to get our delete text smoothly. Okay, and after this, how can we, I think I want to leave, I will just move this upwards. Okay, so here we are basically, here we are setting our full text variable as we want it to be. And sorry, we are deleting on this one, so it doesn't even matter, but yeah, okay. Sorry. Here we are setting the display text variable, so we are doing all the deleting one by one. So how can we set it to be visible on our text, objective text? We have to get our objective text reference. From here, we have to set text under the content, like this. And then we want to get our display text, and we want to connect it to here. And now we get this to text from string node. Okay? And here we are setting it, and every time we're going here, and we are setting the text again. So it will delete the one later, basically. After that, we will have to check if the text is done. So let's add branch. Then we have to get our full text done variable. And when it's not done yet, we don't have to do anything here. But when it's done, we have to call the write new objective. This one that we created before. Okay? Now here on the write new objective, what we have to do, I want to get the objective text. Then let's set text under the content. Let's get it here. Maybe, yeah, something like this. Let's set this text to be new, without the underscore, new objective. Okay, this will be the text that you see when you get the new objective before it changes to the actual objective. Now we want to get our animation under the animation, show new objective. Let's get it here. And now we want to play animation. Okay, get from here. Now let's compile, save, and let's actually go to the designer. Here let's select our new show new objective. And we will have to do some little adjustments here, basically. So this is all pretty good. What we want to do here, we actually want to make this a little bit longer. So here is, I'll show you better like this. So the objective image is not visible. Here it is visible. So let's go to 525. Let's get our objective image and let's set it 0. And 575, let's set it back to 1. Now it made this a little bit longer. Okay. And now let's go back here. On the start, what else I want to do here is, let's go to the point 25 mark here. And let's select our objective text. Let's add a track objective text. Here, let's also add render opacity. Here on point 25, let's set it to be 0. Here on point 75, let's set it to be 1. Okay. Now 1.25, so here at the same as this, let's set it to be 0 again. 1.75, 1, 2.25, 0, and 2.75. Let's set it to be 1. Now it looks like this. Check this. So it will flash a few times, and after the 2.75, it will start to write the actual objective. Or right now it will not do it, but we will add the code soon. But yeah, it will flash a few times like this. And basically now it will start to write the new objective. Okay, so save and let's go back to the graph. Okay, so 2.75 seconds after. So let's actually just create a simple delay. What we can set to be 2.75. Okay? And after that, what we want to do, we want to get our write text smoothly from the completed. And to the full text, we want to get our full text variable. And after that, what we want to do is we want to get our objective text once again. From here, we want to set text under the content like this. And then we want to get our display text and connect it to here. Same as above. Exactly like we did here. This thing. But now we don't have to check anything anymore. Okay. And yeah. So let's compile. Let's save all. And now, if you didn't write this exactly as before, then you might have those little problems. And is it here on the game mode? Yeah. You want to go to the PP Horror game mode. And we can just delete this. We want to get from the hard ref new objective. Okay, let's connect this to here and this to here. Now compile, save all. Let's go to the map. Let's actually set here the first box. Go to the house. Okay, it can be like this. Let's not increase the objective because we don't need that. Here on the second one, which is this here, let's call this, it can just be objective 2. And let's set new and mean index to 0. So, yeah. Save. Now when we play, let's see what happens. Okay, so when we go to here, new objective, it will flash a few times. And it isn't working. Why is it not working? Okay, it was simple as here on the write text smoothly macro, display text len, we want to add one to it. I forgot that completely. So this is very important. Compile, save, and it should work. I hope. New objective. Go to the house. Okay, it will flash a few more times. Now it will be like that. And when we go to here, it will first delete the old one. The new objective animation is a little bit laggy. Let's actually fix that. So let's go back to the designer, and here on the start. Okay, why does it? So why is the first? It comes here. Why is it like that? Okay, so I think I found it. So on the point 25 mark here on the objective image, let's set the render opacity to 0. Let's see if it makes it better. Okay, save. Let's go back here and let's play. Now let's try again. Why does it flash like that? Okay, so one more time. Here on the 0 mark, let's also add key to the objective image. Let's set the render opacity to 0 and also the text to 0. Now it will work. So let's go to this box, new objective, go to the house, and after that, new objective, objective 2. Okay, so it's actually working like it's supposed to work. So yeah, I actually think that was all for this video. If you like what you saw, please click the like button and subscribe for more. And yeah, hope you have a great day and see you on the next one.